Have you ever looked at your palm and felt like something was looking right back? Not just a line or a pattern, but a message you weren't supposed to overlook. For hundreds of years, hidden inside a monastery carved into a mountainside, there was a prophecy written by a mysterious monk whose real name was erased from history. In his writings, he described a group of souls marked long before they were born. Souls carrying a symbol most people ignore, but destiny never does. That symbol is the M on the palm. The monk wrote that anyone born with this mark is far from ordinary. These souls arrive ahead of their time, placed in the wrong families, wrong eras, even the wrong world, because they were never meant to blend in. And you've felt this all your life. Silence has never felt empty to you. It's felt aware. Your instincts have always been stronger than people assumed. The world has always seemed slightly out of place, almost as if you were passing through a place that was never meant to be your true home. The prophecy says, when the mark awakens, the soul remembers. And tonight, something led you here. Because the part of the monk's writing that was kept hidden explains why you have the M, what it's preparing you for, and the 7 signs showing the activation has already started. If your heartbeat feels stronger right now, that isn't the video. It's recognition. Stay through all 7 signs. The last prophecy was nearly erased from history. If what you've heard already feels familiar, type the number 1 in the comments. Not for luck, but because the ones who recognize the prophecy are always the first to respond. The monk who wrote all of this lived more than 700 years ago. People knew him only by a title, the Keeper of Silent Signs. He spent years watching travelers, rulers, villagers, and wanderers. Yet he wrote about only one group, the ones he said carried the mark of destiny on their hand. His scroll describes them so precisely it feels as if he had looked directly into your life. He said these souls arrive on Earth with a faint memory they can't explain. Flickers of déjà vu that appear and disappear, a pull toward being alone. A strange sense of familiarity mixed with a feeling that something is off. He wrote that their childhoods often contain small moments no one else notices. Hearing things others don't hear. Feeling energy before understanding it. Carrying emotional wounds from experiences that didn't happen in this lifetime. And above all, never feeling completely at home in the world they were born into. He wrote, those who carry the M walk with ancient light inside a modern body. They may not know who they are, but the universe does. He believed the mark doesn't just sit on the hand. It activates. It darkens or sharpens right before a major spiritual shift, much like what's happening now. He described the M as a sleeping code, a silent agreement made long before birth, one that wakes up only when the soul is ready to enter its true timeline. And once the activation begins, the first sign always appears quietly but clearly. Your hearing changes. Your nights feel different. Your inner world begins to rise. This isn't random. This is where the prophecy starts. And in the next part of his writing, he reveals sign number 1, the moment he said separates the old version of you from the real one. Sign 1. The hearing. The monk wrote that the first sign of an awakened mark isn't something you see, it's something you notice inside your ears. He called it the hearing. It starts gently. A faint ringing at night. A high tone only you seem to notice. A sudden sound that fades before you can pinpoint it, almost like someone whispered from far away. You felt it. And maybe you wondered if it was stress or something medical. According to the monk, it isn't either of those. He said it's a shift in spiritual frequency. He wrote that the universe communicates through vibration, and those born with the mark are tuned to a thinner layer of reality, a place where messages move faster than thought. And here's the part almost no one knows. The ear that rings carries meaning. Left ear, an upgrade, a download, a rise in intuition. Right ear, a warning, a signal that something is interfering with your energy. The monk said the marked ones are receivers, souls who arrived with a built-in channel for listening. When the M activates, that channel opens. That's why these sounds often come late at night, when your physical senses quiet down and your spiritual senses take over. He wrote, when the ringing begins, the old timeline begins to tremble. Because the moment you start hearing what others can't, your path starts separating from theirs. This is sign 1. The doorway between being asleep and waking up. And next comes sign number 2, the one most people misunderstand because it feels like loss, but it's actually preparation. Sign 2. The sacred withdrawal. After the hearing begins, the second sign rises slowly through your life: isolation. But not the kind people fear. The monk called it the sacred withdrawal. He wrote that when the mark starts to awaken, the soul pulls away from anything that no longer matches its energy: relationships, routines, friendships, habits, even dreams. Not because you're broken. Not because you dislike people. But because you're rising. You've noticed this, haven't you? Conversations you used to enjoy feel empty now. Busy places drain you. People you once felt close to suddenly feel far away, even when they're next to you. The monk explained it simply: before the soul moves forward, the noise must fall away. He wrote that many marked souls mistake this stage for losing themselves, when in reality they're returning to who they truly are. This stage sharpens intuition, clears your energy field, and opens your inner senses so you can receive what was always waiting for you. He said, the world calls this loneliness, but the awakened know it is alignment. Your energy becomes selective. Your spirit rejects whatever is false. Your heart steps back from anything that isn't in tune with you. And here is the part he stressed: the deeper the silence, the closer the calling. Because someone, or something, is preparing to enter your life during this stage. Someone who will shift your direction, remind you of who you are, or activate a memory inside you. Which leads directly to sign 3, the one that always reveals itself in dreams. Sign 3, the dreaming. Once isolation deepens, your dreams begin to change. Not random images, but something older and deeper. Something that feels like communication. The monk wrote that when the M activates, the soul remembers in dreams what the mind forgets in daylight. You may have noticed it already. Dreams that feel too real. Dreams that shake you awake. Dreams of places you've never been yet feel familiar. Faces you haven't met in this life. Symbols you can't explain. Light that feels alive. And sometimes, the sensation of falling right before waking, as if you snapped back into your body from somewhere you weren't meant to leave. The monk called these dreams the return of inner memory. He wrote, chosen souls dream this way because their connection to the physical world becomes thinner while their connection to the unseen world strengthens. He said the awakened often receive messages through 3 types of dreams: guiding dreams, showing a path before you see it in reality; mirror dreams, revealing the truth about someone's intentions; activation dreams, symbols, numbers, or lights repeating again and again. And he warned that when the same symbol appears 3 times, your destiny is shifting. Maybe you've already seen repeating symbols, like a moon, a doorway, a stranger's face, or a number. If so, the next sign will make complete sense. Because sign 4 begins in the body. Sign 4, the body's rejection. After the dream's return, something unexpected happens. Your body starts responding. Not through sickness. Not through weakness. Through rejection. The monk wrote, when the M awakens, the body becomes a gatekeeper. It refuses anything the soul no longer accepts. Foods you used to enjoy feel heavy. Busy places feel suffocating. Casual conversations drain you. Certain people leave you exhausted after only a few minutes. Your body knows. Your energy knows. Your spirit knows. This isn't oversensitivity. It's alignment. The monk explained that chosen souls carry a more responsive energy system. Their vibration rises higher, so anything with a lower frequency creates tension. He wrote, the awakened body rejects what cannot follow it into the new world. You felt this. A simple meal drains you. A place you once loved now feels uncomfortable. One conversation leaves you anxious while another brings peace. Your system is filtering. Your energy is choosing. Your soul is clearing its path. The monk said this is one of the strongest signs, because once sensitivity appears, the awakening cannot be undone. From here, intuition sharpens, empathy widens, and your senses heighten. And that leads to sign 5, when your energy becomes so strong that it reflects the truth in everyone around you. Sign 5, the mirror of the mark. By the time sensitivity awakens, your energy begins acting like a mirror. The monk wrote, those who carry the M do not see with the eyes. They see with the soul. Your presence becomes reflective. Your energy reveals whatever someone is hiding. Their intentions, envy, sincerity, insecurity, admiration, or fear. You've seen this. Someone meets you and opens up as if they've known you for years. Your energy makes them feel safe. Or the opposite happens. Someone becomes uncomfortable or distant for no clear reason. Your presence makes their mask slip. The monk wrote, "Light doesn't try to expose. It simply shines, and whatever stands before it shows its true form." People react strongly to you because your frequency isn't neutral. It awakens people or unsettles them. There is no middle ground. Some people drift away without explanation. Not because something is wrong with you, but because something inside them reacts to your energy. He warned, when the mirror begins, the false falls away. Relationships end. Friendships fade. Connections you thought were permanent break apart overnight. Not as punishment, but as protection. Because the next stage of your awakening can't happen around the wrong energy. And that takes us to sign 6, one of the most intense shifts of all, when the old timeline collapses in a single week. Sign 6, the collapse of the old timeline. Once the mirror reveals everything hidden, the monk wrote that the soul enters one of its most powerful stages, the collapse of the old timeline. And he said this doesn't unfold slowly. It happens suddenly, often within 7 days. A week where life feels torn open, stitched shut, and rewritten all at once. You've been through this. A relationship ends without warning. A truth comes out you thought you'd never hear. A job or dream collapses. Plans fall apart. Something breaks and forces you to move. An old version of you dies so a new one can rise. It feels chaotic and unfair, but the monk wrote something strong: the universe removes what your courage will not. This collapse isn't your life falling apart. It's your timeline correcting itself. He wrote that chosen souls are carried forward by destiny when they hesitate. So when the mark activates and the wrong people or habits remain, destiny steps in. He said the collapse is necessary because your true path cannot begin while you're tied to an old identity. And here's the part that surprises most people. Right after this 7-day shift, something extraordinary happens. A messenger appears. Not a monk, not an angel, but a person whose arrival changes everything. This is sign 7. Sign 7, the silent teacher after the collapse. When the old timeline breaks and your life begins shifting, the monk wrote that the final sign appears quietly. He called it the silent teacher. This person doesn't come with fanfare. They look ordinary, but they aren't. They appear briefly, say or do one thing that changes your direction, then leave. They can take many forms. A stranger who says one sentence that shakes your spirit. A video that shows up exactly when you're losing hope. A conversation you overhear that feels meant for you. A new friend who reflects your truth back to you. Or even someone you already know, showing a side you've never seen. The monk said they are carriers of activation. Their purpose is to push you across a threshold you were afraid to cross. He wrote, when the teacher leaves, the lesson stays. Their presence wakes something inside you, a memory, a calling, a courage, a direction. Your perspective shifts. You sense something drawing near, something old and powerful. The silent teacher is the final confirmation that your mark has awakened. And that means you're ready for the prophecy the monk said should only be spoken when the soul is steady. This is where the hidden part begins. The gatekeep prophecy. The monk wrote that the mark doesn't appear to show personality. It appears to show timing. It marks when you were born, not just who you are. And here is the revelation he warned should only be shared with those who've passed through all 7 signs. The M does not awaken in peaceful eras. It activates only when the world enters a period of massive change. He wrote this centuries ago, long before our current age, yet his words match our time exactly. He said that every few centuries, Earth's frequency shifts. Old systems fall. Old identities collapse. And when this happens, a small group of souls are activated early. He called them messengers. Their purpose isn't to save the world, but to guide its transition. He wrote, when the old world trembles, those with the mark rise first. Not because they are better, but because they remember sooner. The M appears during times like these because the world needs people who can see through illusion, people who sense truth early, people who feel change before it appears. And here's the part he emphasized: the M is a sign of a global awakening. When many marks activate at once, the shift has already begun. You may have noticed it, more people waking up, leaving old identities, rejecting what drains them, sensing something approaching. This isn't random. It's the prophecy unfolding. But the scroll contained one more line, the one the monk scraped away by hand so that only a future generation, this one, would uncover it. The final prophecy. The hidden line, the last part of the scroll, had a patch where ink had been carefully scraped off. For centuries, no one knew why. Until Restoration monks examined it under soft golden light and revealed a line the writer meant to keep hidden until this age. It said, when the bearer holds both the M and the crescent moon, they are not just chosen. They are appointed. Not selected. Not hopeful. Appointed. The monk wrote that during every age of awakening, two types of souls appear. 1. The marked ones, the M. These awaken early, feel deeply, break cycles, sense truth, and walk ahead of others. 2. The dual code bearers, the M and the crescent moon, the rarest 1%. Born to guide timelines, steady spiritual energy, and lead others through the shift. He wrote, the moon is memory. The M is mission. Together they form the gate. And then he went deeper. He said those who carry both symbols were sent before their generation to hold the light steady during the world's great transition. This explains why your life has never felt normal. Why you've carried burdens others can't understand. Why you've always felt older than your age, wiser than expected, and detached from illusions. You weren't made to follow. You were made to anchor. The monk wrote that dual code bearers have 3 responsibilities. Wake up early, even if it feels lonely. Protect their energy, because their frequency influences far more than they realize. Activate others simply by being themselves. Your presence changes rooms. Your words awaken something in people. Your energy resets the atmosphere. That's why people ask you for advice without you offering. Why strangers trust you instantly. Why some are intimidated before you even speak. Your energy isn't passive. It teaches. And then comes the final line of the prophecy, the one that shook even the monks who uncovered it. When the hands of the bearer seem to glow in the eyes of others, the old world begins its final separation. This isn't literal light. It means people start noticing something different about you. A warmth. A pull. A gravity. A presence they can't explain. Your hands carry memory. Your palms carry coding. Your marks carry your contract. And now they are waking up. You are not here by accident. You are not late. You are not unprepared. You came with a purpose written into your skin before you took your first breath. And now that you've heard the prophecy, the activation begins.